Hello and welcome to Diana's Makerspace on the September 22nd, 2025. I'd like to show you the Makerspace, and this is the Makerspace basically about 16 months after the year of hell started with one bad apartment manager, which I nicknamed Apartment Manager Dearest after the movie Mummy Dearest because of the harsh treatment of myself and many other people. We got a better apartment manager now, and I've been able to reset some of my hobby area and work in my craft area. Let me show you. Now this is part of my hobby area in my craft area. It's actually in the living room. You can see also when I do it, I also watch different YouTube videos as I make stuff. And then coming back, there's a table. This is my CAD station where I do CAD and other stuff, my gaming. And you can see I added a Bluetooth controller in the center here that looks like a little thing, and some inspirational posters. Some other posters inspirational like Luca, which I like because it gave courage to people who are being abused and also hear me, for people who are basically sort of have trouble expressing myself, because I have photomutism. So when people call me, I just have to tell them, please leave a message first before I call you back with your phone number so I know who it is, because I don't pick up blind calls. This is a shingle from our old house, and that though some articles that are published. And now going to one of the craft areas now, because the one thing about the apartment manager Dearest is going, I don't feel like I have to keep this like an army barracks ready for inspection at a moment's notice. I can work on projects and leave some of my crafting stuff out. As you can see, this is one where I'm restarting a Z80 project, basically using Arduino Nano, and then also this variable clock controller. This is an AND chip that goes to a 573, which will link to the output, and this is a 738, so you can have, I'm going to make it with 32 ports, because I'm going to leave the first 3 address spaces for internal chip control for other components I'm going to add later. The memory port, the Z80, and the Z80 is set up to run in free run mode. One thing I learned is by going on in, and I saw a circuit where you can actually do a reset and startup, so that you put a resistor to reset and then capacitor back to ground, and this will give enough cycles for the processor to reset in the 0 state where it starts at 0, 0, 0. Then you can see some of my fashion items, but the main thing is also I try to save material when I make stuff. I'm trying to make the best, and the egg carton is actually used to hold extra keyboards and other stuff. Some of my laptop travel bag when I meet a friend to help with their computer needs. But the main thing is, what happens though is you shouldn't have to feel like you're living in a barracks where at a moment's notice you're going to go through an inspection. In this one apartment badge, you had to have wearing her husband's army lanyard. I was a civilian military contractor, and even in the military, we're not allowed to do certain things when we're civilians. And this person did it. 25 people moved out. It took a long time to re-rent to 25 apartments. I'm glad basically it's better now, but like I said, it's 16 months. I'm just starting to get back to my hobby and crafting, and not have to worry about constant inspection or constant memo on the door like that though. But yet I still can't have visitors, because there's still some things that where basically they have to provide paperwork that their apartments are of a certain condition. So that's why we meet at Wendy's and I bring the laptop. And as you can see with some of the things now, I've been able to build the Barbie house. I made the Barbie house 3 stories. This is the bathroom and the boudoir of the Barbie house, with a hot tub, toilet, a stackable closets, beauty space with a mirror. This is one of the bedrooms for Karen and Pingy. This is the bedroom for Henry, Barbie, and Sandy. And you can see here's the living room with Mike, Laura, Barbie, and Sandy, and Henry in the background there. Also, an idea for a new computer I made. This is one with a 24-inch widescreen keyboard, but also 2 side screens, so you can actually do 3 types of viewing at once. And what I'm going to do with this is, rather than relying on cores, I'm still very old school. I have a different idea because what happens when you rely on cores, if the processor fails, the whole system fails. So I'm going to make it redundant. So basically that if one system fails, everything else still runs. And I'll go more into that in detail in another video. And then as we move on, you can see Laura and Mike's bedroom. And there's Frosty and Cookie, basically. And Frosty's bed right there. And there's Jennifer and Dole with a comfort mat. I'm trying to think of what to do for bed, but comfort mat. And then walking over, there's Pingy and Karen on a comfort mat. And I have a heart-shaped rug as a little decoration. But it feels nice basically to set up my craft space again, and to be able to do this without to have to worry about constant inspection all the time. Well, let me know what you think, and this has been Diana's Makerspace, and please feel free to reach me on all the social media channels that I've mentioned in the past.